I'm Brad Becker. We're here at Tower Hill Stables. I've been here for the last 10 years. For the last 3 years, I've been the barn manager. We do multiple of different things here. We board probably about 100 horses. We have 100 that live here in the main barn in the stalls. We have probably 30 that live in our outside pasture board. We do pony rides, petting zoos, all of that to people's events. So we load up the animals on the weekends, send them out, birthday parties, festivals, town events. We do riding lessons. So we have probably 7 different riding instructors that teach lessons part-time to full-time. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, trail rides. We do anything we can to get people in and get them involved in the sport. So probably about 1.5 years ago, or 2 years ago, we realized that our current bedding was not breaking down quick enough. So as it came out of the stalls and we took it back to our compost area, it just continued to build and build, and no matter how many times we turned it, all the new areas we could find on the property to spread it, it was just becoming too much to handle. It was becoming to a point where the paths were becoming maybe not as safe for the riders and just becoming too much of a hazard to have around. So we decided that maybe we'd look into having it hauled away. Well, the idea of having it hauled away was great until we really realized how much that was going to cost us. And then we started looking into alternative bedding options. That's when we stumbled upon what was at the time called EquineStraw. So we had done a trial period. We basically took 2 months where we set up just in our own farm-owned horses, the stalls, with the bedding. And definitely right away, I could tell a difference. There was no dust. It was easier for my guys to move the wheelbarrows in and out of the barn. It was just all around easier for the guys. They weren't breathing in the dust all day. They weren't having to wear masks anymore when working with the bedding. But the real benefit that we saw for us financially was when we went to composting. With composting, it has been able to take it and give us a product that at the end we're able to then spread on our own fields. Where our manure rows of our old bedding were taking 1.5 to 2 years to really break down to do anything with them, this stuff we've been able to turn it around in 2 to 3 months where we can kind of combine our rows, create more space, and then spread them again. Once we realized that this product was working, we then kind of started moving it into the barn with the boarders. The boarders really showed a liking towards it because everyone's like, oh, my horse is laying down more, my horse seems more comfortable. And at that point, we just went full-fledged with the whole thing. And definitely it's been great for the horses' breathing. We had a couple horses that had asthma and respiratory issues. It was cleared up. We actually had a time where I kind of messed up on my ordering and actually had to put some wood shavings back in the stalls. And one of my boarders came up to me and said, Brad, when are we getting the straw back? What do you mean when we're getting it back? My horse has been coughing and he's not breathing right, and we've having to put him back on his breathing treatments. Within a couple of days of being back on the straw, the horse was back to breathing okay. Horses that were getting hives, that had gone away. We had one horse that it didn't matter what kind of wood shaving we used, because it's not really a true filtered product. There's all sorts of different woods that get in there at the sawmill, so you don't really know exactly what's in that bedding, where this stuff, we know exactly what's in it, and it's always the same product. The best part about the EquineStraw is that we're able to spend the same amount of money we were spending before with way more benefits and way more ease to the workers and to the farm itself.